Hey, Mr. Wing Chun Win City. I've been following your videos for a while, and I thought they were interesting. And I am actually I won't talk about myself. I'll just answer the question. So, about your question of why that certain situation in Pakistan didn't work. I'm sorry. I don't have a friend of mine who practices Wing Chun, or there's no dojo close to me to train. But I will use this bow staff as an example of the center line. So the example here would be the person's, you're right here, this is the center line, the paxao would be that, okay? Going towards in and controlling the arm and moving forward with it. So the problem, or at least the situation that calls forth is, I think for paxao would be your angle. To go directly in and go for the strike with the control, it won't work if there's for the extra force, because there is extra force. Paxao isn't a throwing motion, it's not a pushing motion. Paxao is an entering motion. It's to strike, it's not to force. And the problem here is that when the attacker steps in and you're in your dummy position, when he steps forward, the angle of his body is directly in force of the center line, your center line, which for me right here would be this. So him trying to enter here would be very, very difficult because I have my full center line going against him, even with the angle. Now my center line right here is not so strong anymore from this type of angle or this type of angle or behind. I mean, for this situation that's the case, at least when you're trying to enter towards to hit the bow staff. So the problem is how he steps in, his angle for paxao. Paxao would work better if instead of stepping forward into the center line, he steps forward into it from the side angle. Where instead of trying to create opposition here, he has opposition from this view, where he really isn't pushing you all the way down, but he's able to at least move you to a certain direction where he can reach you inside, where he can make contact. And I wish I had a person to show this, because it would make more sense to those that are just watching these videos and don't really have a training, or you as a master, or my master when I was there. But yeah, the problem to the situation is his angle towards the paxao. And another thing that got me interested is that he immediately went for the top of the wrist. His forefinger was basically right here. That's a big issue for paxao. I don't know how you teach paxao, but with what my master taught me, you never want to reach towards the hand or towards the wrist, because that gives me full leverage from the elbow and the shoulder. Even if you're stronger than me, I can push you away because you're holding me at the wrist. I have these 2 points and the rest of my body, blah, 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 to control it. And also with the elbow, I saw a comment where he said grab the elbow. You don't want to grab the elbow, because then that's a different point. Now you're holding this point and I have a full rotation with the elbow, and I still have my shoulder to move with it. So a better way would be to block, to hold it at an even point where the opposition is uncontrolled, like with chisao. With chisao, you don't actually grab onto the wrist and you have open hands, but you want to make sure that you control the body where it doesn't, the angle is controlled from this center point. between the wrist and the elbow, between the elbow and the shoulder, between the shoulder towards the neck, and vice versa, and going down and up, and we can break that down. Anyway, so I think those were the two main points of that situation. When his attempt to control you was too helpful to you. It was too easy for you to control it, especially with your 22 inchers. And also his angle was very direct, and it doesn't work towards muscle. If you're going to fight against muscle, you don't face it, you angle towards it. And to the person with the muscle, if he really is a brute, he just sees you in front of him, whether you're a little bit to his left and a little bit to his right. But that makes all the difference, and that's really the point of Paxal, to constantly be moving with it and then go for it, and then move around and keep on going from there. And yes, that's it.